Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and today I'm joined by Sarah to talk about her really sharp 2017 F-150. Now Sarah's setup consists of the 20x9 Fuel Rebel wheel in anthracite with the black lip. Now again, that's a 20x9 with a 20mm offset, giving her that nice flush stance. Tires a 305/55 R20 BF Goodwrench KO2, works out to be about 33x12 inches. And then finally, making it all possible, is the Roush by Fox 2.0 suspension kit. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me today. If you would, please tell everybody at home why you chose this particular setup.
Thanks for having me. Well, you know, I've always had the smaller trucks and SUVs, and I always wanted something a little bigger and a little faster. And I came across this truck about 3 years ago, and I just fell in love with it, and I've been customizing it ever since.
That's awesome. Very cool. Let's get right into the wheels here, because obviously a big choice, right? Kind of, make or break the truck in a way. A lot to choose from. What was it about the Fuel Rebel in anthracite that really drew you to that wheel?
Well, I've had the polished, I've had the chrome, I've had the black wheels. I've had them all. So I was trying to look for something a little different, and that went with the truck. And then I came across these, with the anthracite, the black lip, and it went with the graphics. And I just kept coming back to it. And I couldn't find anything else that I was happy with. So it just kind of stuck. I was really happy with it though.
So it was a pretty obvious choice for you, right? I mean, they jumped out at you?
Oh yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Nice.
Like I said, I had all the other ones in the past, and I just wanted something different, and it just worked really well, I think.
That's awesome. Now, how do you like the anthracite or the gunmetal with the black lip compared to some of the wheels you've had in the past, like the polish and things like that?
I do like them. They stay cleaner looking longer, I think. With the black and the chrome, it just seems like a lot more work. And with these, I haven't had to worry, but they don't look dirty after, a week's worth of not washing it. So I think it hides the dirt well, in my opinion, based on the experience I've had with the other types of wheels. So the care is pretty easy.
No, that's great. I think something definitely truck owners can appreciate. And now about the wheel itself here, we got a 20x9 plus 20mm offset. Let's first start off with that 20-inch diameter. Why go with something like that as opposed to maybe like a 17 with a bigger sidewall?
Well, when I got the truck, it came with 20s. And I'll be honest, I was pretty happy with the way that it looked. I definitely didn't want to go smaller. I didn't want to go bigger and run the risk of rubbing, because I've dealt with that in the past and nobody likes to have to deal with it. So I was happy with it. So I didn't see a need to really change it up.
I hear you. All right, I like that. Now, as far as the plus 20mm offset, again, to me it looks like it's nice and level, or even with your fenders there, giving you that kind of that flush fitment. Is that something that you did some research on and kind of you really wanted to stick with that fitment as opposed to poking them way out?
I like the flush stance. I like the look. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of them sticking out real far. And plus, a lot of the dirt drag racing that I do, I don't like to throw up a lot of that extra dirt and rocks and stuff against the truck. I want to try to keep it chip free if possible. So I just kind of went with a safe setup and stuck with the 20mm.
Now let's talk about the brand of wheel, the Fuel wheel in itself here. You've had a lot of wheels, it sounds like, in the past. What's your experience been like with Fuel as a brand so far? You've been pretty happy with them?
Yeah, when I bought the truck, it had the Fuel Hostage wheels on it, the black, and for the time period that they were on there, they held up well. There was no deterioration or anything. So the experience I've had with them in the past have been good. And so I thought I'd stick with them.
Now, you said you had 20s on the truck when you bought it. How does it look, or how can you compare it now with your current setup versus how it was when you bought it?
Yeah, I like it better. I like to mix it up a little bit, and it just kind of stands out a little bit more, I think, than it did before.
Now let's move into the tires. Again, KO2 kind of needs no introduction, right? Like a legendary tire, probably one of the most popular here on the site. 305/55 R20, so again, about 33x12 inches. What was it about the KO2 that made you land on it as a tire choice?
Again, it is what came on the truck, and I drove it for about 1.5 years with those tires. And I'll be honest, when it came time to get new tires, I was happy with them. They were quiet, they rode great. I had no issues in all the weather situations that we have here in Ohio. So I didn't need to change it. They were great. I mean, they really were. I was really that happy with them. I mean, there's a lot of choices out there, but I had no reason to change.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, the KO2 is a legendary tire. It continues to be one of the most popular all-terrains here and elsewhere, and I can totally understand why you stuck with them. Now, you said you do a lot of dirt drag racing. You wanted to stick with the all-terrain as opposed to like a mud train or something like that? Is there like a kind of a strategy behind that tire?
No, well, I'm trying to still keep it as a good daily driver. So I'm trying to keep it in mind as far as, I got to keep it realistic. I don't want it noisy because I know you go with bigger tires like that and they get noisy. And I've had those in the past and I wanted to stay away from that. So I just wanted to keep it simple. And that's why I just kept it the same with this type of tire.
And you have no problem kind of hooking up on the dirt with the KO2s?
Oh yeah, there's no problem there.
Again, a little bit larger than stock 305 55 R20s. Did you encounter any rubbing at all with the current tire setup on there?
Not at all. It's 100% perfect. It's never rubbed at all. It's absolutely perfect fit. I mean, it's close, don't get me wrong, but in all the situations I've been in, it's never touched once. So I never had to modify anything, which is nice.
The Roush by Fox 2.0 suspension kit. We have a lot of experience with that here at AT. What's your experience been like so far with the kit, Sarah?
I wish I did it sooner. It was definitely worth it. The stock ride was it was bumpy. It was rough, I'll be honest. And I just wanted something to raise it up a little bit more, give it a better feel, and came across this and glad I did it. It definitely made a difference. You can feel the ride difference going over the bumps, and into the turns. It's worth it, trust me. It definitely is. And in one night, we had it together and it was great.
You talked about the truck feeling a little bit better in turns. How so? Like, would it be like more stable, or like what was your experience like from before and after with the ride quality?
I would say it's definitely more stable and responsive, just all around 100% better. I can't stress that enough. Definitely, you could tell a difference. But it's like the best of both worlds, lifting and leveling it out and still getting the performance out of it, the feel.
You said ride quality. I know you said it kind of made it a little bit more responsive and things like that, but is it still comfortable in your experience?
Oh yeah, for sure. It doesn't really feel like a truck, I mean, it's nice. It really is. It's a good setup and I'm real happy with it.
Is there anything you would have done differently from the start with your particular setup?
No, I'm pretty happy with everything so far. It's definitely a never-ending endeavor. There's always more. You think you're done and then you find something. So it's definitely an ongoing, setup and adventure with it for sure.
What's in store in the future here? What are the plans for the truck as far as setup is concerned, or just in general?
Big brake kit. I'm still shopping around for that. But there's just so much more. There's so much stuff out there to do, on these trucks, and you guys make it easy.
Well, guys, there you go. That was Sarah again with her 2017 F-150. One more time, the setup, 20x9 fuel Rebel wheel. It's the anthracite with the black lip, 20mm offset, giving her that nice flush stance. Tires at 305 55 R20 KO2, which is a 33x12. And then making it all possible is the Roush by Fox 2.0 suspension kit. Guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Remember, for all things truck, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.